New 2025 Artillerist. This is what people like me want to see. Not only is it the coolest Artificer subclass, but it's also the strongest. Now it's even stronger. Welcome to Pack Tactics, where we print wands of magic missiles like crazy libertarians with a 3D printer. I'm not joking, that's actually the new meta. We'll get there later. Let's first talk about the proper features. The Artillerist spell list is the same as old. In case you don't know, these are automatically prepared. The heavy hitters here are Shield, Shatter, Fireball, Wall of Fire, Cone of Cold, and Wall of Force. The damaging spells in this list come a bit too late, but that's just half-caster problems. But it will still provide a lot of value. AoE damage solves even when it's not at its peak power currently. At level 11, you can put Fireball in your spell storing item, which will most likely be 10 charges of Fireball. And then you have your 3 third level slots on the side. That's a lot of firepower. To really crank out more actions, you can hand the item to a Find Familiar or your Homunculus servants to get them to use the Fireball charges for you without using any of your actions. That way you can cast a cantrip or maybe throw a second Fireball on your turn or whatever. That's amazing. As for the control from Wall of Force, even if it comes super late at endgame, it will always be valuable to automatically shut someone down with no save. This is one of the best spells in the entire game. Check out this video if you want more details. Now for the Eldritch Cannons. This is the super exciting part. The feature itself is the same as old, but you don't need to pick the cannon types anymore when you deploy it for an hour. So when you use a bonus action, you can order the cannon to use the Flamethrower, Force Ballista, or Protector. You're not stuck with a single cannon. Oh look, mobs of goblins. Here we can use the Flamethrower. Next round. Oh, there's only one enemy remaining and they're far away? Force Ballista. And most importantly for optimization, anytime you're out of combat, you should spam your Protector till everyone gets the max temp HP. That's easy, you just keep rolling d8s till you get an 8. Remember to buff your familiars, summons, and mounts too. This is really easy, most tables don't even bother to roll. You're just spamming every 6 seconds till you get the number. You're gonna get it. In case you're not familiar with Artillerist, this is a once per long rest feature that lasts an hour, but you can use your spell slots to deploy it again. And lastly, you can make the cannon tiny. If you're a medium-sized creature, then it can occupy your space. That means you can make it a shoulder cannon like the Predator or something, which is the easiest way to control the cannon. The cannon has really crappy speed, it's only 15 feet. Oh, and by the way, you need to watch out for enemy AoEs because they will damage the cannon and kill it. This has AC and HP. I forgot to mention this years ago, but in most cases you'll be fine. Next, tools of the trade. Most people are going to look at this as a ribbon feature, but it's actually one of your most powerful features in the game. You get proficiency with martial ranged weapons, and that includes guns. And you can get a musket pretty easily through the replicate magic item feature. It does fall off as soon as you hit level 5, unless you're multi-classing into a build that optimizes these weapons, like Rogue for example. You also get tool proficiency in woodcovers tools, that's really important. If you have it already, you pick another artisan's tools. And finally, the most important feature, crafting wands takes half the time by default. This is used for crafting magic items that aren't replicated items. They're real magic items. You still need Arcana proficiency though. If you don't, then this is a dead feature. Crafting wands is halved. With a friend with the same tool proficiency, it will be halved again. This friend can be a party member or an NPC like a hireling. Another option you have to make things easier is you can use your replicate magic item to create a manifold tool. And then you give it to someone who has the Arcana proficiency and is willing to help you. The wands that are worth aiming for are Magic Missile, Web, and Fireball. Wand of Magic Missile especially. It doesn't require attunement and anyone can use it, even a familiar or a stupid barbarian. So these are always worth crafting. With enough of them, your party can easily gun down a whole legendary dragon. without rolling to hit. With a friend, it takes 2.5 days to create with 200 gold. So that's a total of 20 hours. Now be warned, some DMs rule the 8-hour crafting differently. Like if you pause the crafting 8 hours in, then those hours don't count. To me personally, I don't think that makes any sense. But whatever. Before you start crafting, you need to ask your DM how they rule it. Another thing is you need the magic missile spell prepared in order to craft the wand of magic missile, which is easy through the magic initiate feat or taking a wizard dip, for example. Wand of web takes the exact amount of time and money to craft. This is easier to get because artificers naturally get web. And web and optimization is massive. Like there's some people who think web is stronger than hypnotic pattern. And I totally understand their arguments. Web is so good. The bad thing about this wand is it requires attunement and the DC is only 13. Before it used to be 15. But this is still an amazing item because you get 7 charges, which is a lot. And the difficult terrain is automatic. The web will always do something to the enemies. And finally, the Wand of Fireball. This also requires attunement. This has a better DC, but the DC actually doesn't matter because half damage is so incredibly strong. I made a whole video about it. If you don't know about it, it's gonna blow your mind about AoE damage. Anyways, as soon as you get 2,000 gold, you should try to craft this immediately. It will take 12.5 days with a friend, so that's like 100 hours. If you get a lot of downtime or you're traveling on a ship, this shouldn't be a problem. I think the most difficult part here though is getting the fireball itself prepared in order to craft it. You do eventually get it at level 9, but obviously we want this in production as soon as possible, which will most likely be at level 5. If you have a sorcerer or a wizard friend, I recommend asking them for help. Hopefully they picked Fireball. If they didn't, well, clearly they don't look at enough memes. That's terrible. Anyways, once you get the Fireball wand, you can try to create more, but I would just go back to printing magic missile wands. It's up to you. By the way, and this isn't an ad, I swear, I'll keep it really quick. The Kobold and Gator Dice Kickstarter is over. And yes, we did reach the coins. We actually reached a lot of goals. Almost every single one of them. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much for buying dice. We're so excited to get these little simulacrums to you all. That way we can experience fun adventures together and power game. It's gonna be a blast. Me and Gator, we really love you guys. We think about you guys all the time. And Gator thinks you guys are more optimal than me. What the heck? We did a competition on Discord. I'm gonna mention the winners at the end of this video. Alright? So back to the video. At level 5 Artillerist, you get Arcane Firearm. This is the same old. I think it's more useful for multi-classing because it makes the spellcasting requirement for Artificer become a lot less annoying. It does make Artificer spells, including the AoE damage spells, more useful, as you, in a way, get to upcast them by 1 with your firearm for free. Or at least close to, it's just a d8 bonus. At level 9, they get Explosive Cannon. This is updated. The detonation is still almost never worth it. The damage did increase from 3d8 to 3d10 though. And 20-foot AoE is like fireball size, which is pretty big. Just to give you guys something to chew on, the average damage is 13.2. It's more than Shatter, but it's not worth it, just shoot normally. You only detonate this if you're completely surrounded and you're about to die. The firepower upgrade is what we actually care about, because that boosts all of our cannon options to be stronger. Fantastic. And finally, the capstone. It's the exact same as old. You get double cannons at the same time, and you and your allies have half cover while within 10 feet of the cannon. That's +2 to AC and dexterity saving throws. Very strong capstone, still to this day. Good stuff. That's it for Artillerist. I'm most likely going to make a Thief build with Artillerist to really take advantage of magic item spam, but we'll see. This subclass is so much better now. End the video. Now to announce the 2 winners of the Kobold and Gator Dice. This competition was about creating the best Gator Race homebrew, by the way. You can read the submissions on my Discord. They'll be up for like a week or 2. First prize goes to... They made the Gator Race sound super badass in the flavor text. And the Gators have resistance to fire. That's so cool. Gator, where have you been all day? I've
been celebrating with pizza and energy drinks.
Oh wow, without me? Well, whatever. Next winner is...
Alcohol Pista for keeping the features in theme of what videos I've made.
Congratulations to both of you. I'll be sending you guys a private message. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and thank you so much for your support.
Have a nice week, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.